he was here.
You will have your opportunity.
You talk me into this stuff, Hart. Wait a minute. I'm never going to trust you again.
I don't want to hear it. Let me tell you something, man. I've been listening to you run your mouth out here. Now, let me tell you what really happened, and you got the film to prove it, and the people over there know it.
Prove that you're chicken.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Let me talk. Now, listen to this. You came down here. You told me you had been working out in Hollywood, California. So I came down. I got you in the ring, and I said, I have got the master plan to beat him. And you said, okay, I'll listen. We got in the ring with Lawler. I told you on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, we would charge Jerry Lawler, as the film tells it.
Right.
We get ready. I charge over at him. I said, Kaufman, you hit him low, I'll hit him high. I get over there. Lawler likes to break my jaw.
Where did you go?
I look back at him, and he's picking his nose, man. He's over there picking your nose. Then
you run out of the ring and leave me there alone, and then he pile drives me. I listen to you. That's what I get for listening to you.
Wait a minute. Listen just a little bit more, if you don't mind, Mr. Hollywood. So I said, we'll count to 3 again. Maybe he didn't hear me. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, right? Okay, I go 1, 2, 3. I charge back again. Lawler likes to knock me in the middle of next week. I look back at Kaufman, and he's looking at his watch over there.
So the backwards, Hart, that's what happened to me. You run out of the ring, you count to 3, you say, go at him. I go at him, and he gets me in a pile driver, Hart. Come on, Hart. You're such a chicken.
You see it the way you want to see it, Paul. You see it the way you want to.
Hey.
Hit me. Now, listen. Come on.
Come on, Andy. Andy. No. Now, come on, Andy. Just settle down.
You slapped me in front of 355,000 people out here. Nobody slaps me in my hometown. Slap me.
Yeah, well, get out.
Come here, Hart. Come here. Come on in the ring, Hart. Come in the ring, Hart. Come on, you chicken. You whip, go back to Memphis with you Memphis hick. Hart, you Memphis hick. Look, I'm from Hollywood. I don't have to take anything from the Memphis hick. Go back to the farm and plow the fields where you belong, Hart. You Memphis hick.
You're going to get your chance. Just save it. Colt.
And I will sue you. I will sue Hart. I will sue Lawler. I will sue everybody. I'll sue you all.
Come on, Andy. Just save it. Come on. That's enough. Hey.
Well, I can tell you that footage is not the only footage that took place in Memphis, Tennessee. It became a sensation. Everybody was talking about this comic, a stand-up comic. He was so weird, a lot of people didn't like him. How did he become famous? He ended up with a major part of Latka in Taxi, the ABC show that was such a sensational hit, and he was one of the great stars of it, and he had come down to Memphis to be a wrestler. Why? Well, that's the way that mind worked. He loved it. And he ran into something that he never expected to run into. And that was the toughest sucker he ever saw. Jerry the King Lawler got him in the ring to shut that big mouth of his, and they ended up with a match in which he gave a pile driver to him. He ended up in the Baptist Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, and he later ended up on the David Letterman show, still wearing that collar from the injury that he had from Lawler giving him the pile driver. And Lawler ended up on the Letterman show the very same night, and that's when the world heard about Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler.
Why did you do that? That didn't seem like a very nice thing to do.
I don't see how a person could get so mad from that. I was playing bad guy. That's what I was doing. I was playing bad guy wrestler. It was a role I was playing. I wasn't serious about it. I don't take things like that seriously, like I am a star. I'm from, that was just a role I was playing.
Yeah. You know? So in your estimation, Jerry,
and I think that he just was taking it too seriously.
You think he owes you an apology?
Look,
then?
I always said you didn't have a sense of humor, and here the people are all laughing at it.
Mm-hmm.
So it proves my point.
Yeah.
And that's why I came here. It was because I asked for an apology. I apologized for all the wrestling I've ever done, all the abuse I've ever given to people that didn't understand what I was doing, and I simply think that apology is in order.
So it's come to this, has it, Andy? You want Jerry to apologize. Now, is this the way, would that be an equitable thing as far as you're concerned?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think I owe him an apology. I think, he says it was all a big joke. I'm sure it was to him.
Would you really?
Because let me tell you something. My father said, my manager said, they all said that I had a right, I could have gotten a lawyer and I could have sued you for what you did, and I didn't. And all I want is an apology. Even you asked me last time I was on your show if I was going to have a lawsuit, and I could have sued you. I could have sued you for everything you're worth. Well, and I didn't, because I'm not that kind of a guy.
Yeah. You know what?
What kind of a guy are you?
No, you're not the kind of guy
I'll just be over here. We're going to pause here for station identification and get the hoses out here. Is Andy, are you coming in here again, or?
I am sick of this. You are full of my friend. I will sue you for everything you have. I will sue you. You're a as far as I'm concerned. You hear me? I will get you for this. I am sorry to use those words on television. I apologize to all my fans. I'm sorry. But you're a
I got to tell you, you can't help it. If you go back and think, at the time, it was really serious stuff going down, and all of the things that happened, and you saw Jimmy Hart. Hey, Jimmy, it wasn't all roses with you and Kaufman either, because that footage that we saw when you got in a fight with Andy about it, Andy Kaufman and Jimmy Hart going at it. Well, it was one of those days, anytime that he happened to be around. Went to New York, back to Memphis, came back again. Jerry burned him with a fire, and it led up to the end of when the movie was made, and maybe we'll have time sometime to talk more about that. Right now, I want to get our good buddy Jimmy Hart to pay attention. Don't you dare go too far away next week, Jimmy, because next week we're going to reach into the vault, bring out some more of that great footage, and there's plenty of it on that fella right over there. Jimmy Hart will be our subject of Out of the Vault for next week.
Oh, my goodness, what a big feature from Lance. Andy Kaufman. Man, I tell you, I remember that as a little bitty fan growing up in the ranks and loving Memphis wrestling, and to see all that stuff. Man, what great footage to see that again, to go back and open the vaults. And I'm sure you enjoyed that tonight as well. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick time out for about 2 minutes. When we come back, Jerry the King Lawler in the ring. We'll be right back.